that you admire and autographs and all. Are you?
How y'all doing?
Oh
yes.
shit! Oh, I didn't know.
How y'all doing, members of the culture? I am Ra, and you are here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in to the greatest podcast that nobody knows about
yet.
It is Catch the Fade. As always, I am joined by my co-host, the illustrious Brother C. Berry.
Yeah. Say mine. You know one thing. Anything, little buddy.
And of course, the one, the only, often duplicated, often imitated, never duplicated, I should say, the toy father, Dez Bull.
Thank you. I got a behind the scenes beginning right there for a minute. Well, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm hoping everybody's doing all right out there. We are officially here. The Chucky, shout out to the Chucky shirt. And we're going to get this thing started. I know for a fact there's a lot of good stuff out there that the gentleman wanted to address. I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off by allowing the great Brother Seaberry to open us up. Brother Seaberry, what exactly do you want to catch a fade about?
Yo, man, I've been seeing some. Well, I just wanted to make the people aware of some toys coming out. Evidently, the Hulk's going to get savage in Spider-Man Brand New Day because the Spider-Man Brand New Day Hulk is a savage Hulk. And we also have I guess, Spider-Man Brand New Day from the movie. It's kind of a standard Spider-Man. You know, his tech is lower now without, you know, the Stark tech in the latest movie. Ra, I know you was trying to find a good Spider-Man. That's another good standard Spider-Man. Because I know you're not just hung up on movie versus comics.
Possibly.
And then also, I've been seeing like a new version of Spider-Man Noir that is coming out soon. Although I think I still want the older one with the Spider-Ham, just because I like Spider-Ham.
Okay. Spider-Ham. That Spider-Man Noir looks very interesting. Very, very interesting.
I love the packaging to that Noir.
Is that a series they turned it into? Is that what's supposed to be a series?
I think they got one with Nicolas Cage.
Yes. That is. Now that's called Spider Noir, and in that one he is Ben Riley because Sony doesn't want Peter Parker, you know, drinking all the liquor and cussing and you know being all rowdy.
But yeah, they're gonna do what they can to protect that 100%.
And also, guys, I saw Michael.
And what did you think? Without spoiling, what did you think?
I mean, I thought it was good. Did I learn a lot? No, but I thought it was good. Jafar Jackson did his thing as Michael. Coleman Domingo is Joe Jackson. Man, you talking about losing yourself in the role. Boy, he was killing it. And also, I enjoyed Nia Long as Catherine Jackson. I enjoyed Lawrence Tate as Barry Gordy. It's a solid cast. Man.
I do have one issue with I don't know if I said this in my review. The thing with Nia Long or Catherine Jackson is remember when I told you there were certain things they can cut out. Like they had multiple scenes of him eating ice cream or him sitting watching movies with his mom. We get that they had like a connection, but I felt like that was overkill when about the third time I saw it. I'm like, all right, okay, we get it. They eating ice cream, we sharing moments. We got that part.
They don't need that. Like I think they had to cut out a lot of the allegation talk because of legal implications.
Well, no, the Wiz, because Diana Ross didn't sign off on it, but I hear that they had the stuff dealing with the Wiz and how that affected his career and his relationship with Diana Ross because they said that he had lived with Diana Ross before getting that big house with his family, the mansion. So that was another part that they cut out because they couldn't use it because, you know, Diana Ross wouldn't sign off on it. So anything with her, they couldn't use. So that was awesome. Man, if they do an uncut of this movie, that thing gonna be Snyder cut like. Because there's a lot of stuff they seem like they cut out and that they actually filmed. I think there's some pictures online of that too.
Yeah, they say a third of the sequel is filmed. Guess they just gonna move some stuff to the second movie.
Definitely.
You got two people.
I'm looking forward to this Spider Noir. I thought when I watched the Spider-Verse, I thought he was really that character was really cool. I was like, to be honest with you, I had not being versed in comics as much as you guys, I didn't even know who that was. So I was like, Spider-Man Noir, who is this? Another variation of this dude? And I was like, because I know you like your randos, but I was like, a pig, really?
Oh, that's Spider Ham. Yeah. I do love Spider Ham. I'm sorry.
I said, a pig, really?
But like I've been reading that character off and on since the 80s.
A pig.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I got the figure.
Understand, his whole planet is talking animals. Like there's Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Ham. There's Mary Jane Water Buffalo.
An anthropomorphic.
Yeah. It's Daredevil. Wolverine, he's just a Wolverine, but he's like anthropomorphic. You know what I'm saying? Pun Fisher. Yeah. Flash Tombstone Bear. They combine Flash Thompson and Tombstone. He's like an albino bear, but anthropomorphic.
Can we make that make sense?
Raven the Hunter. Because he's a raven. You know what I'm saying?
Des, make it make sense, Des.
Sir, the whole planet is talking animals. The whole planet is anthropomorphic.
There's the sense right there.
I
mean, I saw Michael twice, and I hope they. I mean, it's cool to see like Michael Mania kind of striking again, because now you see a lot of people. My friend asked me, he said, would I get a Michael Jackson shirt if they had them at Walmart? I said, hell yeah. I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they haven't started doing it, because now you got younger generations being introduced to Michael through this movie too, because you see a lot of young kids. When I went, the 2 times I went, I saw a lot of young kids. And I'm just, as me growing up on Michael Jackson, I'm born in 77, so I grew up grown Michael, not so much Jackson 5 Michael, but I grew up watching Michael Jackson. So it's cool to see him kind of get his flowers. How many years after 15 years after his death now? He passed in 2009, right?
17 years.
Yeah, so wow. It's good to see just this little period of like Michael Mania now, where this kind of the thing for, and it's gonna dominate at the box office, because I don't see anything. Some people are saying Mortal Kombat. I didn't even know it was Devil Wears Prada 2. That came out. Nobody, I guess.
Well, no, it's coming out Friday.
Okay, well, but people were saying Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat is a completely different audience, because you got this black audience that's just gonna go see the like movies that are trending, and Michael's kind of a trending movie right now. So hopefully it'll continue making money. It's already they say it might hit 400 million in 10 days. That's good. So if it breaks a Billy, oh, come on, man. You got to do a sequel, and I hope they bring back Antoine Fuqua as well, because I don't think he's done a bad movie yet. He's done some mediocre movies, but he ain't done a bad one. So
he gave me Training Day, man. I can't.
Oh, yeah, Training Day classic.
He gave me Training Day, so he's forever got my respect just for that.
My man,
exactly.
I think I kind of, while we just shooting shit right now, I like, see, with this movie, it's not. I watched a bad review from a woman on IG, a sister on IG, and she was talking about it didn't show me anything. Oh, well, that's not the point. The point is to do a movie that just. You're gonna get a Cliff's Note version now. If they was trying to cover everything about Michael Jackson, it'd be 6 hours long. You can't do that. So just give them an entertaining movie that highlights some of his career, and do enough of it to where you cover up a certain part. Make some money, get a sequel, maybe do it again. But for people that want to learn something new about Michael Jackson, I mean, goddamn, he been out for how long has he been out? What else can you learn new about Michael Jackson? You want to know how fast the vitiligo, whatever it's called, spread on his body or something? I mean, it's not going to be no new information for somebody that's been out that long, So it's it was a well done film. It wasn't nothing I didn't know from the NWA Straight Outta Compton movie, but it was entertaining as hell. I liked it, and it was a good introduction to young audiences and fans to enjoy it and watch it.
You know what? That's very well said. I have not checked it out, but I do plan on doing so.
You must check that out. And the next one I think I'm gonna check out. I think Mortal Kombat's coming next.
Definitely.
And then we got Motu, Masters of the Universe.
Definitely
Then
wanna
we got
see that.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Mo 2 dropping on my birthday.
Then we got Resident Evil. Y'all seen that Resident Evil trailer? It doesn't look like Resident Evil, but they got a Resident Evil trailer out.
Brother Seabear, if you
it
would like to
looks
read
freaky.
that.
Oh, we got something.
There's already talks of Michael 2
greenlit.
being greenlit
Mhm.
late this year in 27. Contingencies on
On his
football schedule.
Nice. Appreciate you dropping the news on us, T. Lanier. I haven't even seen it. Have you seen it, T. Lanier? You checked it out? I have not seen it yet. I plan on doing it though. I 110% I do. I won't say that much. I'll say 90%. I won't say 110. 110 make it sound like I'm gonna leave here and go do it. But but I will. I definitely do want to go see it.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's live TV, so anything can happen. So I gotta tell you guys, there's a couple of things, right? That
I tend to just be telling. What's up?
It's awesome. Nothing like live TV, folks. Nothing like live TV. My man Seaberry handling business live on the phone right
No,
here.
that's my brother, man. Shout out to my brother, Travis Barkey.
Shout out to him.
Plan to take the fam.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It's
That-
worth it. Go check it out. I think a lot of people see the way I watch movies. I like to see movies at the opening weekend, or if I've already seen it, if I go see it again, which I very rarely see a movie twice. I have to really, really like a movie. I'll go see it again, like during a matinee before I got to get the kids. But I just love seeing movies that end up being what I expect with a crowd that's kind of hot, because that'll make you appreciate a movie better. You know, that's why I end up loving The Dark Knight. Oh, good Lord. I don't even want to, don't let me get talking about that girl on that corner.
The guy that asked the
See,
question.
it's we got this thing now where people like to kind of criticize things that people love. Like people be like, oh, Jaws wasn't that great of a movie. Godfather ain't that great. Yeah, man, shut up. Stop trying to be the black sheep. Stop trying to be the different person, the person that stands out. Like, look at me. I think Michael Jordan is overrated. Shut up.
Hot take.
Dude, you must have ripped my
Hot
mind
takes.
because, dude, I am so sick of we done with the 90s in terms of basketball and everybody saying Michael Jordan was playing plumbers. Sir, Patrick Ewing was not a plumber.
There's a ton of people.
Isaiah Thomas was not a plumber.
Clive Drexler, Bill Laimbeer.
No, they're not. None of those. They're not plumbers.
Charles Oakley.
Not
I
plumbers.
mean, goddamn, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp.
Not plumbers.
Yeah, man.
That's just
Karl Malone, John Stockton. Like,
Yeah.
David John Stockton, Mark Price.
Not
Way
plumbers.
below any of them. Now, the folks that say that, they look like idiots saying that. And then what was the budget for Michael?
It's $1 billion is a foregone.
Well, they almost at 400. So let me see. I mean, shoot. They say in 10 days it's going to be at 400 million possibly. So let's see.
What was it? I mean, I could ask T. Lanier.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
I said, we have somebody in the studio that can tell us.
Who's in the studio?
Alexa, what was the budget for the new Michael Jackson movie?
The new Michael Jackson
Damn.
movie, Michael, has a budget of $155 million.
Why is it
It's
so
set to
damn
release this
high?
April. Just curious about the budget, or are you researching
probably
movie
all the
production costs?
reshoots. I mean,
No, that was
they
all
had
I needed to know.
top-notch
Thank you.
cast.
155 million. You would think that was an Avengers movie as high as that is. Damn, it's a good thing it is making his money back. Now they had to count. I mean, they had to do a lot of reshoots.
So T. Lanier, there you heard it. It was 155 million.
Or are they saying why the budget is that high? Because they didn't use a lot of the biggest name you had Neil Long. You had Lorenz Tate. You didn't have no big names. You got his family.
Domingo.
You got his family. I mean, that's his nephew. His nephew. I don't think his nephew ever did a movie ever. So I know he ain't just like Denzel. Like, let me get 12 million.
That's a
That's
conversation.
I mean, it's already made it back. It's just got to make the a little bit more because I didn't know it was that high. Production was that high.
That's correct, T. Lanier. These young bastards don't know real basketball. 100%. That is a fact.
They made that back the first 30 minutes.
It was out.
That man said 30 minutes.
Yeah, they probably did get that. They did get that back.
Yeah, because the worldwide gross is at 277 million now, close to 278.
How long? When this movie come out?
This past weekend, right?
Like last week, like last Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, it's coming. I want to talk to you guys about something. A good question.
Talk to us about a good question. Okay.
Well, I want to talk to you guys about something. It's a good question.
Okay.
And it's a couple of them that invites real good conversation. One of them, a guy told me, asked me recently, said, how much is too much for collecting? Like he's talking about the prices of stuff. And he said, for you to be priced out. And I said, I don't feel that it's that way for everybody, but I do get that times are hard. I don't necessarily know what that real number is because I was around during the time when Marvel Legends weren't that expensive and have, steadily creeped up in price to where the average now, where are we at 30 or 27?
Yeah, $27.99. It creeps up right up there, $29 with tax and stuff.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
we're about $30 for a Marvel Legend,
and for some McFarlane's, you're going over 30.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on
and so
the deluxe version of it.
To me, this is just I don't know how to describe it. I get the cost of doing business, whatever term floats your boat. As far as it being like that. I'm not priced out yet. Now, Transformers, I get it. They've had a huge increase in their stuff, which has been crazy. Because, Transformers have gone up a lot in the last year, like obscene amounts, right? To make your dreams come true, it costs a lot to make your dreams come true. To relive, but what we're paying for is our childhood.
Yeah, man.
That's what we as adults are doing. We're paying for our childhood. And I had this conversation today, actually, with someone else where I said, he asked me the question, and I said, I don't know. Companies will never come out and say it. He said, but it is more evident in 2026 than it ever has been that these companies are, what up, Sean? What's going on, man? Too much of whatever you ain't comfortable paying. I agree with you. He asked me, he said, these companies, he said, why don't they just come out and say it? The senior 3-pack at Walmart was $85 and I politely passed on it. I can see that.
Man,
he said, what is going on where, for example, and I don't want to misquote him like what he asked me, right? But he said these companies will not ever come out and say, hey, how much is that? Our target audience is not kids, but in 2026, it's more evident than ever that the target audience for these people is not kids. They can slap 4 on there all they want, 4+, 13+. They can put all those labels on there, but it's obvious that there's no way these people, the money is there. There's no. I know that's not. Man, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired.
Black Bolt is trash.
I'm so tired of this dude, man, ruining my thought. Coming here hating. Black Bolt's the truth. Quit hating on him. But.
He's okay.
About to make me lose my train of thought. But the guy said, why won't the companies come out and just say who, this is not for kids? The only thing they're going to do is I told them that they're going to say it's, 4+, 13+. They're never going to come out. I don't know if it's a PR thing where they don't want to come in and say, hey, we're aiming for older collectors. If they get that, take their money.
They kind of do that a little.
But they know that nobody's buying. Here's the thing. I'll use them as an example. The average is $300. Right? Even them. What kid is buying that? Just be honest. Unless their parents are buying it for them. But really, what kid is like, man, I can't wait to get the latest hot toy.
But I feel like if you do the tier system like Mattel,
they'll say it's a collector's item or collectible item for collectibles. It might be on one of those McFarlane boxes.
Man, this dude.
But I mean, clearly, if you do those tiers, then like the bottom tiers for kids.
Man, I'm about to do you like Ninja. Let's say, get your ass out of here, bro. This dude right here, who was the target audience for Black Bolt. Like he is just really trolling. I'm so tired of this dude right now. I'm so tired of him. The target audience for Black Bolt is anybody that loves, a badass superhero. Now cut it out, Clever. Quit hating. You quiet. Black Bolt he ran through one of your favorite people, and that's why you're so angry right now.
To be fair, for most of their history, the Inhumans have been also rans.
Why you falling for this dude's trick? Man?
They Luigi ass heroes, man.
This is what he wanted you to do.
They like some player 2 ass heroes.
That's what he wanted you to say. You felt right for that.
No, that's history, sir.
I know that, but he wanted to hear you say that. And he sits back laughing right now. Go to hell, Clever. I know that's what you're doing.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I am the voice of reason. I am the historian.
You know what?
Black Bolt was invented to take punch. Now that's not fair. I'm sure Jack Kirby had some plans that he probably didn't fully realize because the Inhumans popped up every now and again. And I was perfectly cool with them popping up every now and again in Marvel Comics. Somebody like, hey, we go to the moon. Make sure we go to the blue area. That's what option is. Hey, it's the Inhumans.
See, I know we got off topic, but let me say and I'll come back to the topic. Let me say the only thing I've never really cared for the Inhumans. First of all, for years they didn't have a good run, and when they finally did get a run, I want to say it was I didn't care for it because they kind of switched it up a little bit, kind of like how they did Squadron Supreme. That's another group that really hadn't had a great run. They get little mini series here and there, but the thing that makes me not like the Inhumans as much, not in comic form, not just creation wise, is I'm a Fourth World guy, so I like Jack Kirby's Fourth World. I like what he did with Darkseid and New Genesis and all that, and I just don't care for. Yeah, I just don't care. It seems Inhumans always come off kind of like a ripoff to me. But what was the main topic was about what were we talking about?
Pricing and before he came in here with all that hating.
Okay, first of all, pricing
the figures, like what's too much and how do you feel?
Too much it's not really, it's almost not a thing because it's what you're willing to pay or with what someone is willing to pay, depending on what it is. Now for me, I'm not going to pay $45, $50 for a McFarlane figure. I will pay $50, $60 for a Mayfix or a Mesto figure, but it depends on what you get. Like Storm, you might pay $100, $120 for a Storm figure. You're not going to pay $60. Well, there's some people that will pay $60 for what do they call that line? Maximum Marvel, whatever. I'm not. There hasn't been one Maximum line. I mean, I like the Gamerverse stuff better, and even I still don't want to spend $70 on a Juggernaut. I'm watching Amazon like a hawk.
T. Lanier, you are correct on that. I am gonna have a shirt next week that says "You go to hell, Clever."
Yeah, the Clever says the Inhumans' best room.
Oh, I remember the death of the Inhumans.
The death of the Inhumans.
Who wrote that? Oh, good guy.
Bro, it
was a big name.
I promise you, I'm gonna tell Ninja what you're doing, man. So he can come in here and just say, "Get your ass out of here, bro."
Let me tell you when they kind of lost me, man. During that period when I guess Marvel and Fox were beefing, or Disney/Marvel and Fox were beefing, and they tried to put the Inhumans in the X-Men spot. That's when they lost me. I was like, no, thank you.
I hate the Maximum. Yeah, he hates the Maximum series because he just hates on everything. Gamerverse is way better. You're right. He hates on everything. But you were saying, so what you were saying about pricing?
Overall,
is Marvel Legends too expensive? Because I'm gonna bring up something that Clever don't want me to say.
These folks about 60 points. Okay, I'm
gonna bring up something he don't want me
next game. Gamerverse is very good. What's up, guys? What did I miss? Is that
that's Lim? What's up? Lim. What's up, Mr. Haslab?
Now, far as wise is that I've seen people say for collectors on some of the boxes, depending on with NECA, some of the NECA figures, those are geared toward the adult collector. In fact, I think some say for the adult collector. So there is kind of a differentiation between what is kiddie, basic, and then what is more for adults or older collectors, so to speak. They know. I mean, But overall, that's my opinion on like the price. The pricing is what it is. Now with tariffs, some of this stuff seems like it's going up. But that's why I go back to always saying I'm glad I'm in a spot where I'm really content on a lot of stuff. I can sit and wait because there ain't nothing that's gonna come out right now that's gonna bust my head. Like I gotta have it. I don't care if it's $50. I need it. I can't picture nothing that I want that bad. Like DC, Marvel, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, whatever I grew up on. Transformers. There's nothing that I want that bad where I just gotta spend amount of money that I'm like, damn, I didn't want to spend that much. But what can I do? You know,
I'm so character based, man. That yeah, it is. It's always some little random ass character that I want. I'm gonna say this though, personally for me, in terms of pay the money I'll pay for a single figure, I'm gonna say between 40 to 50. That's kind of where I've stayed at. And like most of the time it's not that. Most of the time is well these days with these daggum DC comics, I don't even hardly pay that $34.99 like I used to, man. I've been trying to play the long game on a lot of McFarlane and stuff, man.
Does anyone what up, man? What up, Pete? DJ Ice Cold in the building. I got you. Does anyone you know collect the boys figures? That hater Clever, he probably does.
Now, at one point around season 3, I believe NECA put out I had a Homelander. I had I never did get Black Noir. Who else did I have? I had Homelander. I want to say I might have had that Starlight figure. They haven't put out all the boys though, because I think
nobody ever completed the line.
I don't know why they're taking so long though. Even NECA, I think A-Train, they got a Mayfix. I don't know if it's come out. Mayfix has got Billy the Butcher. They got I know they've never put out Kaneko or what's the Frenchie. Frenchie. They put out Mayfix has put out or they're about to put out the Deep. I don't know their schedule. But
has anybody put out a Mother's Milk?
Mother's Milk. Did they put? I don't think they have. I don't think they put it. And it's weird because they don't have like they just in regular civilian clothes. You'll think they'd be able to put them out real quick.
Lim, you thinking about collecting them? Okay. He said, let's see, because drop 3. Yeah, they dropped 3 of them, and then they didn't make any more of the boys. It was weird. We know the Toy Father ain't stressing about cost, the way he be road tripping, and with gas being $97 a gallon. But I appreciate you looking out for the culture. So you get the shout out to the Toy Father. See,
yeah, but that was kind of shade for your shout out.
It was not shade. That T. Lanier always comes from a place of love. It's my guy. We know he ain't tripping. He be road tripping. He out here doing it for the culture, man. He's looking out for the culture.
But now, real talk, really, when I do drive a lot, but I wouldn't be using that much. I don't use that much. I really don't use as much gas as people think. I guess because I'm going in that direction. Like I'm going to pick my kids up. So, you know, I'll say this. The hard part is catching people when you buy them stuff. Goddamn it. Because nobody wants a figure more than a person that can't leave their own goddamn part of town. Trust me. Yeah. That's the people that really want the figure the most. Except they just don't want to drive to it. But
I only hate Collierville. I only hate Collierville. That's my.
It ain't even a bad. I mean,
it's the drive.
I think. See, I enjoy Memphis because I went outside of Memphis. I went to other places and Chattanooga. Well, Chattanooga wasn't that bad, but I went to Atlanta. I went to other places where it's real bad traffic. Memphis, besides something like Millington and Fraser, you can get anywhere in Memphis without bad traffic in 30 minutes. You can get you can probably get from East Memphis downtown in 30 minutes. You know, it ain't really hard to navigate the city, but I can understand other cities. It'd be a nightmare trying to do what I do, drive around. But it's easy to kind of knock out East Memphis and then even Cordova and Collierville for me. I don't like to go out there that often. But and then I can kind of got what's the word? I didn't got kind of spoiled on going out to Austin P because that DD's out there been cutting up. That's the best DD's, the one on Austin P. Right now it is.
And that's the one closest to me, man. I gotta start fooling too.
But then I found out about the Raleigh library. And so now I'm really gonna be going out there because I went to that mug and I was like, this library is fire.
See, so
man, they got a Wolverine, an omnibus, they got a lot of graphic novels.
So Clever brought this up. And I know DJ Ice Cold will chime in on this, I'm sure too. Transformers has just gone wild with pricing. Clever brought it up. He's like, and I never thought like, and Clever's loves Transformers. He's one that, I mean, like when I was like considering, because I'd had that Galvatron, I got at the toy show years ago, and I said, man, maybe, I'm used to die cast. I could try it. It's plastic, sure. I said, but I just don't want my childhood ruined. I'll try one, sure. And I was on the fence, right? Because I said the first thing I wanted was my man in neon green and purple, right? And so when I was doing it, Clever was telling me, go ahead, man, get this, get Devastator. Because I told him, I said, man, I always, as a kid, I always wanted Devastator. I wanted that dream to come true, and I tried my best to make it happen and could not do it. Because my grandma was like, what you talking about? I said, yeah, this Transformers. She goes, how much is it? Back then, we know, it was hard, man, to get those toys from your parents then. You're like, I gotta have this Transformer. And my grandma was like, transform your ass on out of here. So it was hard to get the figures that I really, really wanted. Like I wanted, if you had Devastator or you had Megatron, and don't get me started on that. I know they're supposed to be, I'm talking to somebody today about it, them re-releasing Megatron and like another in Japan, they'll have them like 3-0. You can be a gun there. I just know like over here you can't do it. And I was like, technically speaking, though, what's weird about Megatron is you can't transform it into a gun, right? But yet, if you look on his arm, he's got a fusion cannon that if he pointed at you and you held it that way, you might think it's a gun. So it doesn't make sense. Like if that was the case, he shouldn't even be able to have his fusion cannon.
Yeah, but I mean the other gun looks like a realistic handgun.
Yeah, it looks like a Walther P38.
Yeah, they don't want a kid to be seen with what they think is a real handgun.
That's childish. P. It's not the Baby Devastator.
Baby Devastator. This is a Baby Devastator.
That's because he got 3-0, which makes that 6-foot Devastator for no reason. That is not a Baby Devastator.
This is a baby.
This is the official Devastator.
He said Triple H shouldn't be this tall compared to.
Right.
Oh wow.
No, he's got 3-0. 3-0 makes nice stuff. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they make those giant Transformers. I'm like, that Devastator is perfectly fine for me, and I'm sure Clever will agree that Devastator is perfectly fine. He don't have to be 4 feet tall, P, for you. And we all can't have a 7-foot Metroplex in our house. Okay, everybody's not that fortunate. Everybody ain't able.
Hey, does he have a Unicron?
I don't know. DJ Ash Cole probably got a Unicron. He'll deny it and say he doesn't, but he probably got.
That was a
HasLab,
right?
Yep.
I had a Unicron back when I was collecting Transformers back in the 2007, but it was
full
like
size.
Yeah, it wasn't a real big one. It was big though.
It's Jinbao. Oh, my bad. You got the Jinbao Devastator. Congratulations. But you probably got some 3-0 stuff too. Yeah, he has Jinbao. They like it's Devastator. That was with the import companies.
I was intrigued by them kits that they sell on Big Bad Toy Store to kind of like trick out your Transformers.
They still sell them
with like the bigger head and the bigger hands and the bigger guns. I was like, wow.
But like to the point where I was talking about with Megatron, who is no, I don't have Unicron. Lies. Who doesn't like who's collecting the Transformers now? Let's be real. Who's buying them?
Adults.
So we think an adult's gonna run out here with doing a Transform Megatron? Give me your money. That we think gonna happen.
Well, it began as a concern for when it was strictly a kid's toy. We didn't want the kids anyone to panic thinking the child had a Walther P38 and shoot at the child.
I agree with that at the time, but I think in 2026, and I'm being fair. I mean, I'm not. If we can't do it, we can't do it, right? So I'm not going to push that envelope, but I would challenge respectfully with a question that. We know who's collecting. It's not the kids. It's not. It's the adults. Like if we're being real about it, it's adults. We're all grown here. It's not kids. We know who it is. The Transformers, I guarantee you. Now they got kid lines of them. I'm not talking about the kid like the Sparks and all those, the ones that are like $9.99. Those, yes, keep them that way. But if we talking about buying these leader classes and Titan class and all these ones that are $70 and $90 and $100 and all that, that's us buying that. And I'm like, we aren't gonna mess with that, right? We're not gonna do that. What do you say? Let's see. New gun laws played a role as to why Megatron isn't a gun now. Maybe so. Maybe so. Lynn McCall, correct. Yeah, I think it is crazy because it's not kids buying that stuff. It just isn't. If you go to Toy Father, you go to Toy Hunting. When you go in your toy aisle, and not just Toy Father, those of you that have been there, you go shopping, right? And you're on the hunt. When you go in the toy aisle, how many kids are you seeing?
Oh, I see kids.
I mean, I don't usually see them.
They be on different aisles, but I see.
They're not on the aisle that I'm on.
I see kids in like looking at wrestling figures. I see them looking at
a couple here and there. Yeah. I mean,
they'll be down that aisle because they got Sonic and for Five Nights at Freddy stuff, and they'll be down there. There'll be a lot of them usually be in Legos too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't all the time. Very often see them in the aisles with like. I don't never really see a kid. I don't think I've ever seen a kid looking at a Transformer like a little kid. They'll look at Spider-Man figures like they have if a mom has a kid like in a basket. And she brings it out and says, "Oh, there's Spider-Man." That'll get a kid's attention. But far as kids stopping at Transformers or G.I. Joes, they stop at Marvel because they'll see like Spider-Man or Captain America or something like that, a big name. But Power Rangers, they don't really too much stop on that. The new ones, even the Playmates. I don't see him. Look at what he said. He didn't have a Unicron.
He's lying.
New gun laws played a role, yep.
But then he just said they ain't spending $27.99 or $42.99 for figures.
No, kids don't.
Kids,
yeah.
no.
Or the parents, because they know the kids don't break them.
Yep.
They buy the Earthspark like $9.99 or something like that. The ones that 10 and under, they're not buying. They're not buying the new ones. The Transformers movie, they don't even understand the source material.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into a new series in a minute, man. Like I keep saying, the last series I really messed with was Transformers Prime, man. I was DVRing that joint. Even when I got behind, I would just binge them.
I mean, it's expensive, man. Like, I mean, one of the things that I think people really need to understand when it comes to collecting, nowadays, because it's mostly adults, we're purchasing nostalgia. That's what we're doing. We all want to go back, and we know we can't, but we all want to go back to that time, man, when we was kids, and we were watching those cartoons, and we wanted the figures from He-Man and G.I. Joe. If you watch that, we're purchasing nostalgia. That's what we're paying for. It's disposable income that we are purchasing nostalgia to relive our childhood as adults. So when we spend the time, we're in a culture cave, we spend our time in rooms like this, hours at a time, where we forget that the world exists, and we're just here. And at that point, we sit back and we just think about it. We look at these figures and we might pose them a few times, set up dioramas, and we're just thinking about how fun it was at that time. Especially, and we're really reveling more so now. It hits different because we're adults. And we feel like as kids, there's so much stuff that we could not acquire that as adults, we're fortunate enough that we can actually get our hands on now. The stuff that I didn't have, you didn't have, you've got some of that stuff, right? If you said, man, I could never get all the Master Universe I wanted, now you can. You wanted G.I. Joe, you couldn't get all. You're fortunate enough to get some of those. That's what you're really paying for. Well, and it's a drug that all of us will take a hit of every time.
But you know what? Let me see. We got 6 people. All right, let me say something. Here's the funny thing about that, because I've kind of outgrown that, I think.
Okay.
I've outgrown what I couldn't get as a kid.
Okay.
Because I've been collecting again. It's been in spurts. So I've been collecting again since 2016. Now we in 2026. So that's 10 years. But all that stuff, one thing I can't do is with the old school Motu, I can't really necessarily buy something that's just like, well, yeah, I can because I bought Soundwave. But even the Soundwave is a little bit upgraded a little bit from when the 80s or whatever, the G1. But I wanted Masterverse. just like with GI Joe, that thing they had the small GI Joe. That's what
3.75.
That's what made me come, gravitate towards classifieds initially. Lightning Collection. We never had Power Rangers with all the accessories, with the face scans, the human face scans and everything. That's why before it went out, that's how I was big into Lightning Collection, and they were doing all the Rangers and not just Mighty Morphin. So I think overall, mostly, like even with everything like wrestling, Transformers, He-Man, with Masters Universe, DC, Marvel. There's nothing from my childhood I'm trying to rectify or fix. Like, oh, I need this. Maybe the Megatron gun, if it ever came out, man, I would have liked it. Now stuff like the USS Flag, the fact that I've seen them in comic shops is good enough for me, because I can't put that big mug in my house. But I did, and when I was a kid, who didn't want a big ass airline, whatever the damn thing is, aircraft carrier? Who didn't want that? But no, I mean, I'm good just looking at it. Like I saw it in 901 East, and then I think it was in it was over in Must Love, over in Jonesboro. I saw it over there too.
You know what? I have bought some things on some nostalgia. Like I bought a 3.75 Stalker figure, I think. And I bought
that's pure nostalgia, sir. The 3.75.
And then I bought a 3.75 Lando Calrissian, but it was the like in the disguise that he's in Return of the Jedi. So I bought them just straight for nostalgia. Cause like, man, my parents bought about 2 or 3 of them damn Stalkers, man. I kept breaking them.
Is there
stupid O-rings?
Is there a figure, like I know you said like how much you spent on one? Is there a figure like the most you spent on one, and did you regret it? Let me ask you that. Because that was an interesting question. Like, what's the most you spent on a figure, and do you regret doing it? Because sometimes just because you spent a whole lot of money on it doesn't mean you don't regret doing it, right?
Not a lot. Only time I regret something, because here's the thing: I regret spending money on a figure when it dropped for significantly cheaper later on. I'm like, damn, I paid retail for it, and it's nasty. $12, $7, or $11. That's what that'll. If I misjudge, and that happens with collecting. If I misjudge something, because usually I'll be like, nah, this gonna fly off shelves, and it don't fly off shelves. I'm like, damn, well, I already bought it now, and then later on it drops down in clearance at Target or whatever. Then I don't want to say I regret it either. I was just like, damn, I kind of sort of wish I would have waited now, but I don't have that very often.
It's a dangerous game. Often. The clearance chicken, it's like it's a dangerous game. It works like it's given. Sometimes you win. When you win, you win big. But when you lose hard.
I feel like the ones that I'm so comfortable waiting for WWE Legends Elites, because those tend to always sit. I can't think of one line in the last several that I couldn't get, even Ultimate Editions. This now I regret not getting that Demon Ultimate Edition now, and it's going for $200 or whatever. I don't know how much it's going for.
Finn Balor,
the Finn Balor Ultimate Edition that came out early. It was one of the first Ultimate Edition figures, and that's going for crazy amounts of money. A lot of John Cena's Ultimate Editions are going for crazy amounts of money. So. I don't regret too much stuff unless something's just trash. Like I've been fortunate enough not to get a Super 7. A lot of people say Super 7 figures break on them straight out the package.
I haven't had that experience.
Yeah, I haven't had that. I've got 2. I got Bulk and Skull, which I might end up selling, but I just wanted a Bulk and Skull figure, even though they don't match up at all with the Lightning Collection. But
my most recent regret was that damn McFarlane, Mr. Terrific, and the Black and Yellow.
You regret that?
I had given up on it. Dez went on a hunt, showed me the Walmart it was at. I got in a tizzy about it. Gotta get it.
Okay.
I was hoping though it would be discounted because it was so old.
Okay.
Like, or like maybe not in the system. Like, nope, this sucker was still like 40, basically.
That's a platinum, right?
Yeah, but like I was cool with the other two comic Mr. Rivers, and I got the Superman movie Mr. Rivers. Like it was really overkill, and I just don't really care for it. I'm probably gonna sell it soon.
It's not going for a whole lot.
So
right at about 36.
Okay.
So for me, I mean, it's no, because I got the only ones I really like spent the most on were the two Grails. That was the only ones I spent the most on. So I don't regret them, because I just know that one is very special, because Galactus is what brought me back. So that one is very special. And then two, the Sentinel was just an opportunity I couldn't pass up, because I knew what the Sentinel goes for. Like in the box, I just knew. So the odds are that I probably, having spent 2 years looking for something, I was well versed in what it cost, which is why I had never pulled the trigger on it. So when it happened, then again, shout out Joaquin and Memphis Toy Exchange for making that particular, dream come true. But when it comes to figures as a whole, I don't, because price isn't it, right? Like everybody determines price. Like a lot of times people let price drive the decision. So price doesn't, to me, make, not just figures, anything in general. Price doesn't make the item, right? It doesn't, because like you said, what somebody's willing to pay for it is what matters. Like if you connect with something and it means the world to you, you have a clear plan on what I'm gonna do with this figure, what I got going on my shelf, what I got going on in my room, it fits this aesthetic, then the price of it doesn't matter, because you yourself have a plan for it. I may not have a plan for that. I may not have a connection with the character, so I can't understand what it means to you. So how can I put a price on that? Does that make sense? Is that crazy as that sound?
No.
I can't. People nowadays do that, and it's so weird. That Clever calls it pocket watching. People do that all the time. And it's like, I don't know how you can spend that on there. I don't know how you can spend this much money on that. And I'm like, you spend what you want for what you want.
Yeah, because I mean, there are some stuff, I guess, further on down the line when I'm, probably when I'm making a little more money, like I showed you the Woody and Buzz Lightyear mechas, and I remember, because like I showed Rod those at what was that con? Oh, Blue City Con, and I was like, I don't even live on this street, sir. This ain't nowhere near my address.
On the street.
But I was like, I want both of these.
How many G.I. Joe fans we got? You collect Joes? Valorverse,
yeah.
Valorverse and Joe, or just
classifieds only?
Strictly classifieds only?
Yeah,
no Valorverse?
No.
Okay. What about you, sir?
Sporadic classifieds.
Sporadic. They up to like over 200 figures now, right? Which is crazy.
But me, it's sporadic. Like I said, before he got me that big lob, man, I probably hadn't bought a classified. I know the last classified I bought around Christmas time. The DD's on Park had Jinx, and she was cheap. And I think you posted that. Thank you again, sir. And I was like, yep. Because I had Jinx's 3.75 figure when I was looking.
So now there's the retro line, which I see like a 3.75 on the card. I knew that which I said that's pure nostalgia, because that's the size they were when I was a kid. But they have that classified. Is there anything else? I guess there's a Black Series. No, that's Star Wars. But
Super 7 Reaction.
They have G.I. Joes too.
They're kind of around 3.75, but the price point is like 20, which is kind of booty.
Oh, don't start, Raw.
I won't say a single word.
Is that my wife?
I'm not acknowledging anything, because I don't want anybody saying that I took sides at all.
Hey,
What I'm not here to do is encourage Sister Seaberry to troll Brother Seaberry at all.
You ain't worth a damn, bro.
I'm not here for that. I didn't encourage that, man.
Not worth one damn.
I had nothing to do with that. She just joined on her own. If you want to blame somebody, blame Al Gore's internet. Don't blame me. We're live, and she just joined. So thank you for joining, Sister Seaberry.
This guy.
Not because of any, trolling of a certain person in the room. I don't want you to think that that's, it's fine.
This guy.
But
This guy.
but like so when I talk to you guys about price, like I said, it doesn't, to me, it just doesn't determine. It shouldn't be the only factor. Like, cause somebody, you go out and have a figure that's $500 and it can be terrible. You can have one that's $30, can be the greatest thing ever. It just depends on the person. Shout out to all the hot toy collectors. I could never, despite what Lynn McCall says.
She says she's taking a study break. Yes,
Respect that.
Yes. My wife is getting another master's.
Congratulations, Sister C. Bear.
She is educated, and she is one of them smart yard Negroes. And I have her. Eat your hearts out.
Oh wow! Shout out to those that have a hot toy collection. I can never do it. I can never do the justice hot toys.
My segue, I like that.
Yes, I could never do that. It would not. It's not feasible.
You mean like exclusively?
Exclusively hot toys.
I was
People
like,
to do it.
I was like, because hot toys are taking up a nice chunk of your collection here, sir.
I think that's for a person that's hot toys. I mean, here's the thing about hot toys. You know, if you're gonna do specifically hot toys or 1/6,
yeah, period. Yeah.
You probably not gonna be buying more than 6 a year. I'm just gonna assume that, because I don't know how often they come out. They don't seem like they come out nearly as much as 112 or retail figures.
Oh yeah, not as much.
So
they're there.
And then when they come out with some stuff, you're gonna be real picky about some of the stuff. Like, I don't know if I need this. Now so I could see that would, depending on how you manage your money, that could be an affordable way to go about the toy hobby, is just 1/6, because there are some people that don't care about like posing. Like, when I mean posing in a 112 scenario, because with that you can pose those, but they're so large. Like, I mean, the odds you find a diorama that size, you probably build it yourself, or you'll have to just have a plain, like a background, and pose it. But like, what we like about 112, a lot of people, is you can pose figures doing things. Like, you got the ring right here, you got wrestlers. I mean, so with 1/6, you're gonna have probably movies, Terminator stuff, Predators. You're gonna have Marvel, DC projects like that. They ain't like Funko, where they make everything.
They got a lot of options, but
Funko make everything.
Funko makes.
I didn't even know Funko made some stuff. They made a Pumpkinhead figure. I saw today. I didn't even know that existed. I was like, that's something.
Yeah, I always love to tell people that my very first Funko Pop was Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell.
Oh wow!
I don't think they have that license anymore.
The original sex symbol.
But
I used to have a crush on her.
Yes, man. Who didn't? Who didn't, sir?
Bruh,
Lisa Turtle. Yes.
But then, I mean, I gotta go back, because that's kind of like a little. I have to go back to the Facts of Life. I had a crush on almost all the girls on the Facts of Life.
Yo,
back in the
I think
80s.
we all wanted us some.
Yo,
I had a crush on Joe.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a book. In them later seasons, Joe started getting all feminine, wearing them dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, Nancy McKeon.
Yeah.
Top of the morning.
I was like, you got to think back then. Now, I mean, nowadays they'll call you corny. Like, if you think about Tootie, here she is rolling around on roller skates. They're like, seriously, this sister's corny. I was like, yep, but that corny sister could get the number. But
that was because she was so much shorter than everybody.
On the roller skates, the braces, and I was like, yes. Now, I can't lie now. Ron Voorhees, I'm sorry, Lisa Turtle, yes. How to Be a Player, made the woo.
Yeah, I mean, we're dealing with
the
early. This is the early night or the late.
Oh yeah, my wife does love the Facts of Life. In fact, when they brought back Mego, and I think who they made,
you take the good, you take the bad.
I think they made Tootie, Blair, and Natalie, and I think I bought her one of them, and she got the others to scoop them up.
Hey man, that's.
I used to watch that religiously.
I could ask a question, and this was an interesting conversation, because I'm always talking to people when it comes to figures about stuff. Is this time frame, and I mean, he said this year, but I'll take it to like just this time, like the last 2. If I want to count, like say the last 5 years into now, is this the best time for collecting? Is this like because I feel like there's more options now versus as a kid we had options, but not like now. I think this is the best time.
Well,
or era, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know about that. Well, let me say, It depends.
Okay.
Because some people will say the best era, because I know people who collected during this era. The best era was when you had the DC Universe Classics, $10. Toy Biz Legends, they were giving you a lot of stuff. Now looking at it now, it's dated, but back then those were a big deal back then. So
we was
they weren't
like
spending that much
kings.
money. Excuse me. They weren't. Go ahead, talk. Let me clear this out.
04, 09, we were low key living like kings, man.
Ooh,
I was snapping up them Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I think I had like a Luke Cage, just like 70s Luke Cage, Black Panther.
Oh, those were big deals when they first came out, especially the Builder figures. I mean, even the DC Universe Classics was a big deal because they was digging. The Four Horsemen was digging in the vault. That stuff was coming out, $10. Boom, boom. Now you do have
Cyclotron and all.
You have updated articulation. You got more choice. You got more accessories. So, from a standpoint of, is it better? Yes, because technology or whatever it is, and collecting has advanced. I don't know how much better it can continue to get, but because I mean, granted, if you look at wrestler like face scans, they've gotten better in the last 5 to 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
A lot better. Some of them, because it was, man, I saw a Jerry Lawler Elite. Go look up Jerry Lawler. Just type in Elite Jerry Lawler and look at the old Jerry Lawler, like one of the first Jerry Lawler. Man, he don't look nothing like Jerry Lawler. In fact, I'm gonna pull it up, but y'all talk. I'm gonna show this to see
this particular rock that I have. It doesn't look like the Rock to me.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But it's close. For that time, because that's supposed to be Attitude Era Rock, and that's when they didn't have a lot of a lot of detail. But if you look, that's not bad for when did this come out? How long did it look? This came out in 2011, so it's not terrible if you look at it, but it's not spot on.
And I'm gonna give him a little grace.
You can kind of see the Rock in there. I'll bring it in close. If y'all think y'all see the Rock, do y'all see the Rock in there?
I'm gonna get him grace because to me,
Lynn McCall, T. Lanier, Sean, y'all see the Rock in here?
I will give them grace because this is the early days of
face scans.
Well, no, also Mattel having a license.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They had leveled up. They were still some baby Saiyans. You know what I'm saying?
Check out the Jerry Lawler. I mean, you could look at it long enough and see Jerry Lawler in there, but that is a terrible Jerry Lawler in relation to what it became.
I think the Jax I got look better than that.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler.
Because I had his Jax Classic Superstar.
I don't know who that is. That's like maybe Jerry Lawler at 17 or something, maybe.
Like Kevin Nash more than anything.
No, it is basic. She said, "See, that's what Seabury says that Rock is basic."
I want to say something about. I was talking about. We talking about advancements, and I was talking to a guy that I dropped a figure off to in Olive Branch, big wrestling fan, and I was talking about wrestling figures because they got a girl, Soul Ruka, right. And they put out a basic of her, and they have taken away. Let me find. Okay, here we go. Because this was a basic. Let me show you. All right, this Sasha Banks is a basic. Now, when they used to put out basics, they used to have this articulation. You see that?
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore. They have it where that's just sculpted down. You can't move that. You can't move her top.
Right.
You can't move her top, but you can move her top. See?
Right.
And I was pissed that they did that. And I said, I feel like in this day and age, if you're gonna put out basics,
that's Fanny Pack Rock, who ironically they're releasing later this year.
Fanny Pack
Rock,
yes. He's coming out.
Fanny Pack.
Well, that is supposed to be an old Rock. That's when he got hair and stuff. That's supposed to be like
this is a good face scan.
Yeah, that's a good face scan. But see here, I feel like
but this feels limited.
I feel like technology is far enough. That's why I said even with a kid. Even with a basic figure, I think you should have basic articulation. When I mean basic articulation, I mean the arms, I don't even care about like what do they call it? Double
jointed. Yeah,
I don't even care about that. But if kids are playing with tablets and they very rarely play with figures, in this day and age, you can do torso, all that. Now, if you want to go to like Elite and give them extra stuff like extra accessories, I can get it. But I feel like basic figures, even for kids, I don't care if they're 5 years old, they, especially if it's wrestling figures, they should have this kind of technology because of advancements. You know, this shouldn't exist no more right here. Just this top right here. Not even for male wrestlers. Not even for male wrestlers. It shouldn't exist no more. And if they want to go up a couple of, well, they already went up. They was basics was like $10. Now they $12.99, I think. But if you charge them $12.99, give them traditional articulation in this day and age. That's what I feel like.
That's fair. Thank you, Toy Father. That is very fair. I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, right. I'm not a fan of that articulation either. That's what I would prefer there.
And it's frustrating to get like a character like a female like Sol Ruka that you don't have and you can't articulate her. And you know she got to be articulated as agile and the shit she be doing. Come on, man. That's just something y'all can do just in general. Y'all can advance to that stage. That's like not having what do they call it? Ankle pivot. Everybody's got ankle pivot now, or everybody should have ankle pivot now. And if you don't have traditional articulation, you're gonna get left in the dust like DC Multiverse Mattel was getting left in the dust by Hasbro. It was almost embarrassing to walk as a DC fan. It was almost embarrassing to walk down the aisle and look at DC Multiverse figures when like the BVS movie came out, and then around that time where Mattel still had the license, they weren't even trying back then. But when they lost the license, the last few lines got good. But it was embarrassing to look across and to see MCU figures and then look and see those BVS figures and how dated they looked. I said, oh my God, these figures are so behind the times. How can you work for Mattel and look at what Hasbro is doing and be like, we can compete? No, y'all can't. Yeah, damn, we should win this game.
I mean, because I like that.
Yeah. And that's one thing about McFarlane. People can talk about McFarlane, but his sculpts are on point. And he's gotten better he's gotten better with sculpt. I mean, with articulation, because people were criticizing his articulation. Now they criticize.
You all see Gal Gadot in there. That's the art on the back.
But that's my long little ramble. I didn't mean to ramble too much.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I think people are going to miss him, and it's coming up now. Okay, there you go. That's for you right there, Dez. I'll let you read that. That's a good one for you.
Wrist and ankle pivot is a must, but not everywhere.
Oh no, right here, the first one. Yeah, good one, Sean. I agree with that.
Some of the first run figures were terrible. The first Dusty Rhodes was terrible. Looked more like Dirty Streets with that face skin. And an American Dream fan, I hated it. Yeah. Mattel has had some terrible figure. I didn't like there was a Scott Hall figure, an outsider's figure. I didn't like his face sculpt. But when they nail people, they start getting them down. Like, okay, I'll use an example. They got Finn Balor right pretty fast. They got AJ Styles right, but they had his torso wrong. For the longest time, he didn't have, AJ had taco meat on there. They didn't have taco meat on there. I was like, where's the
taco meat?
They had
didn't have taco meat
there. They finally put it on there. They didn't have it on Shawn Michaels either, because Shawn Michaels, the asshole Shawn had a little taco meat. And chest was bare as a baby. And I said, come on, man. Come on. I'm going to tell y'all. For the longest time, the thing that was the most egregious to me. Well, right here, I'm going to pull them out. Don't follow nobody. Right here. They took so long to put some shoes on this man's feet. So long that I went and bought a basic just because I was going to take the shoes off and put them on an Elite. I said, man, come on, man. Y'all put out about 50 Roman Reigns every year, and y'all still got this man in boots. He ain't been in boots in 10 months. Come on, y'all got to get quicker with it. And the funny thing is, not the ending. The funny thing is what the terrible thing is with some of the Mattel wrestling figures, they'll be behind because I think by the time they did the bloodline actually split up by the time they got the entire bloodline together. Because I remember I was doing a shot with them. I said, I finally got the bloodline. Too bad they broken in half, you know. Solo had it. That was when Solo had his own little group, and then you know Roman had his, but they were just getting back. Oh, what's the other thing? Wrist and ankle pivot is a must, but not everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I feel like this is what I feel. I feel like this. I don't know if y'all ever see me doing this. This is torso. This. I think you should. I would prefer to have ankle on wrestling figures, wrist, and you know, got to be able to bend the elbow, turn the head, and stuff. I feel like that's just in this day and age. I feel like you just got to do a figure like that. Every figure should be like that, even basic ones.
Yeah.
You know, because it ain't a lot of kids buying toys anyway. So if you ain't gonna give them, if you gonna give them a toy that you just gonna go younger and younger. I mean, you don't give it like a super basic figure like that Trish Stratus that you picked up. That's something that a 4-year-old, 5-year-old might not have too much fun with. So they'll just pick up a tablet. They're like, okay, shit, I can't do shit with this.
What I struggle with is the inconsistencies in Kevin Nash figures.
I only had
one. Because I
him.
remember I had like a little basic Nash. It was cool. It had the height, but it was basic and flimsy. Then I got an Elite, but it was short. Then I kind of found, I think, like either a better basic or maybe I found an Elite.
I like mine
and I was like, that
from
became
ringside.
my Nash.
Which I think those are
Ultimate editions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are
Ultimate editions of starter. They've done really, really well. This is my biggest fear. And this is something McFarlane. I ain't my biggest fear, goddamn. I ain't gonna act like it's that crucial. But this is one of my things about McFarlane. And I hope Mattel, first of all, I hope Mattel come back and they with the times. Don't put out no old stuff like before. Hold on.
Bless you.
I'm not huge on it, but I've started to become real particular about scaling. Don't give me no little bitty ass Martian Manhunter and a big ass Robin like they kind of did with this last wave where Robin looks like he towers over Martian Manhunter. What's going on?
He is
like
buff.
Give me like let's get some consistency with the scale.
Yeah,
you know
that
dark side is great. But Calabac is way bigger than him. I don't know if Calabac should be that much bigger than him.
I don't think he should.
Is or is not. He is or is not bigger than him. You saying like real life?
Is way bigger than that dark side. That dark fourth world dark side. And the one that you said you have a problem with because his arm falls off.
Oh, you're talking the Kirby classic. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like what they have to do with what Mattel has to do is just you're gonna put out Superman and Batman figure. Now we know in the comics, Superman and Batman, give or take 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6'4" for Superman. Let's go with that height. Base them, make them be the base height, and then base everybody else. I keep using the word base. Keep using, use everybody else, but off that. Like Power Girl's way. I mean, I know she's supposed to be big, but god damn, Power Girl is huge. McFarlane Power Girl. And what's her name? Katana is not Katana. Zatanna is tiny. Like little one. Like if you put her next to her, it's just like wow.
Yeah, she's tall.
She makes Mr. Terrific look tiny. And she shouldn't be that big.
Yeah,
she shouldn't be that big.
And I think she's taller than Wonder Woman.
Yeah, well that's the movie universe. They close.
Yeah, she's a giant.
I mean, she's super strong and buff. It never really bothered me. I think I was just like, okay, that's Power Girl.
Wrist and ankle. I agree, but like I said, Sean, you have the right to ask for these things because we're the ones spending the money. It's not the kids. It's the adults that are spending it, and we deserve better because it's not like the prices are going down. They're charging us top dollar. Everything keeps going up. They're like, oh, it's more expensive to make, Okay, well, that's fine. Well, give us what we're paying for. is my question. Is my request. Since everything is going up, guess what else should go up? The quality, damn it. The quality should go up too. It shouldn't just be the price that goes up. Because y'all are not, this ain't like the thing they like to say, well, this isn't the 80s. You're right. Because it was cheaper then. Okay. So it's not the 80s. So if you say you're right, I agree with you. No one's disputing that. It's not the 80s. But you guys still want to give us 80s style articulation, but you want 2000s money. doesn't make sense to me. Like it just doesn't. I'd like to say I could understand it, but I can't. And I'm the type that I try to be fair. Adonis, Happy Mongoose Toy, shout out to him. He had a post where he said he got the I don't know if you saw it. He get one of the Super 7 Turtles. Now there's some I saw that look good. I feel like there's Heat Boys or somebody.
Heat Boys.
And they look really good, but they are massively expensive. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Turtles guy. I'll be honest with you.
They loaded with the accessories too.
If I was gonna buy one now, and I got plenty of Turtle stuff, but if I was going to do one, and I've enjoyed NECA's run, I think they do make a good turtle, especially for the price. But if I was gonna do it, I would consider Heat Boys. Nothing against Super 7. I'm not against them. I mean, I got Thundercats and Silverhawks from them. I mean, so I don't have an issue with Super 7. But yeah, those. I mean, he said he got them for a good price, and I mean, those Super 7 turtles to me they look cool. And I don't know whether that's a thing where if because people will say, well, NECA does it better, or Super 7 does it, or Playmates does it, or whoever you want to say, because they bastardized it, right? They
won't be saying that too much longer.
Nah, you won't, unfortunately. But I think NECA has a style, if that makes sense, Des, to me. NECA has a style, right? Yeah. So their turtles and their figures just seem to look a certain way. Super 7, I think, kind of has that, where everybody else may be a little different, but you got Best Action, you got McFarlane. I mean, there's everybody, but I prefer NECA's style, like the way theirs are, more so than anyone else's. But
my 4th and 5th NECA toys are turtles. You will see them in the coming weeks. And
NECA's now another thing about NECA, unlike a lot of brands, NECA does not go down. That's one thing about them; they do not go down.
Every blue moon, because they've had some of them on clearance, like the ET. That's all over the place.
Man, them turtles are still.
They Biff Tannen Back to the Future made his way to like Ross is.
Yeah,
they Marty McFly and the
yellow costume, danger suit or whatever, radioactive suit.
Yes, those are still all of those, man. Like
I've seen the last run. I've seen them for about $15, marked down $15-$20 at South Haven, a couple other places. They started marking South Haven, and of course the gargoyles are popping up. All the gargoyles except Lexington have popped up at Ross, and that the 2-pack has been popping up. You seen it yet?
I know he
cost Goliath and
he like Lexington, like $200 or something crazy.
He real high.
I'm like, what?
The littlest one is the highest one.
What made him?
They didn't hit. He didn't hit stores like that because even the Angela and the guy, the head guy, they didn't really hit stores like that. Not Goliath, the head bad guy.
Xanatos.
Yeah. A lot of them didn't really hit like that because I guess people didn't think people were going. They didn't think the company didn't think Gargoyles was going. I mean, they hadn't been selling like hotcakes or anything. I mean, the diehard folks bought them, but that's why I think the line has been canceled. Well, it got canceled.
I mean, I like them, but they're in a box because I mean, see, Barry, you if you would open that, like they're any of them, like you just look at them, they're huge with the wingspan and all that. Yeah. That's the problem. They look good. Like I'm not saying
some of them got folded wings.
I mean, look at that. They look great, but
you just better have a whole space up there. If you don't just play them.
In the back somewhere.
Oh, in the back.
I mean, they look great, but it's not.
You got everybody except Lexington.
I don't have Lexington. I have Demona, Angela, Brooklyn, Hudson. Goliath, Thalov.
Okay, so you got everybody.
Most, but I need Xanatos, but he comes in in a suit form, and then he has the armor. And then there's Lexington. But I was looking for him, then all of a sudden I saw his price, and I said, "What kind of cocaine What do they own, man? How's this thing almost $200? But stranger things have happened because I don't know if you remember this or not. If either you remember, there was a time when I was looking it up online, and McFarlane's Kyle Rayner, the blue one. Do you remember for like a hot period for some reason he shot up to like $200? I don't know if you remember that.
Crazy.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's the same figures right here, but he has the blue, but it's the blue one.
Yeah.
He got the same accessory. That's what's wild. Like it goes over and everything. I was like, how is he $200? Like what constitutes that spike? I don't know. Like
What kind of sorcery is this?
I don't ever remember seeing him sold individually. Do you? Like, I mean, if he was, it's been a long time ago. I mean, I'm sure they released him individually.
Kyle Rayner.
In blue. How many times have they released him?
Well, I don't know about in blue. Well, they released him in like I can show you one right now because I got.
There was a blue one, but he was like $200. He hit like $200 for some reason. I don't know what happened. Everybody wanted him. There's not that many of them. I don't think they put that many of them in blue.
I downloaded it first.
But it's that same figure.
Okay.
He just happens to be in blue.
That chin is crazy.
You think so?
A little bit, man. Like
no, Kilowog's chin is crazy.
He's supposed to be weird. Yeah, alien.
Kilowog is the business right there.
And like I love Kilowog.
Sean Washington, you remember that? Yep. Blue got high for some reason. Yes, he did. The blue Kyle Rayner was like, I don't know what happened. Everybody wanted him, and he was like through the roof. And then it kind of quieted down, but I'm not sure why everybody wanted him. It wasn't like there was a movie where you seen him or nothing like that.
I just think just a popular character in a different look.
He's a
same way that White Lantern Batman might get stupid after a while.
Man, and you know what, man, I try not to be overly critical because I got the Green Lantern version of it. You know what I hate about that figure?
What?
The neck.
Oh, no,
you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna see where he is. I don't know where he is in this group. He's somewhere up here, but yeah, right here. All right, you can't tell. The black one, it's easier to hide it, right? But it still happens. In the white one, you can see it. But you see where his chin is right here? Mm-hmm. If you lift his head back, there's a huge slit. There's a gap in the neck, and it's like a hole. It looks like they're trying to give him a tracheotomy. It's in the black one. It's a little bit easier. It's harder to see it in the black one. But in the white one, you can definitely see it, the White Lantern. But I don't know why they did that in his head. Like you take it back and it's like it just opens up this mouth.
Yeah. Is this his only face?
Right here? So
is this his only head?
Is that what?
Is this his only head? This open mouth, yelling head?
That's the only one they ever do. Like the White Lantern one is the same way. It has that. It has. So his neck has a mouth. You guys can't see it because it's in black, but I promise you that and they all have that screaming head. It's weird. He doesn't have this face. The only one he comes with is that one right there. Is he comes with that screaming head. I'm not sure why he has the neck separation. It's weird. But I got him because I try to do the Green Lanterns, as you know.
Yeah.
I gotta get Simon Boz.
Got Parallax coming from me.
I got Parallax. Sometimes it's low supply, high demand. That's true. That's true. People want most what they cannot have. I can assure you of that. That's when the price goes up through the roof on something. It's whatever it is that you want. But as Dad so eloquently put it, it's about what you're willing to pay for something. And I'm sure everybody, people in this room, obviously people I'm talking to here, we've all, we don't really regret it, but we do think back like, man, I paid that much for that. Damn, I don't know. I didn't know I spent that much. Like if you look at the Gameverse line, I mean, come on, man. That don't get me wrong. That is, to me, that's the best Juggernaut that they've done. I stand on that. That's the best Juggernaut. He is $70. He's 60. Is he? How much was it? Was he 60? When he's 64, something like that?
64, 99, 69.
Yeah, he's something like that. Like he's like $65. But I think he's definitely the best one the best one they've had rather, for the time being. And they're always gonna make another one, but I think that's a good one. And then they never took a chance on Gargantos or Shumagorath. Whenever Dez poses him right up there somehow, they took a chance on him, and that's a unique figure. That definitely is not something they had done before, so it's not reuse of anything. It was like all new. And
I would be okay if they re-released either this Gamerverse Juggernaut or maybe a previous Juggernaut. But I need a repaint because now he has his black and red fit that he wears on the X-Men.
what does he say? 64 to 69 Juggernaut. Yes.
It's the new fit go hard to me.
But Juggernaut was one of those people that I'll always see like that. I will always see him that way.
I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of mine in those colors, but I would like him in the new fit. Like if you're going to do another Juggernaut, it should probably be in the new fit.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I could see that. And these gentlemen, I guess I could ask y'all in the chat because these gentlemen haven't seen or have y'all. You haven't kept up with Daredevil, right?
Nah.
There's you. If y'all don't know, Daredevil, this is the new term. Well, there's two terms that people have been throwing around in 2026 about a lot of different things. But you'll hear R farming. That's one, like that, and then peak cinema. I know you've heard that. I do believe in the case of this, like this is peak cinema. Their Daredevil is really, I do like when. Don't get me wrong, when the fights take place, they kick ass 100%. They do. They don't disappoint. The fight scenes don't, but they're not as frequent. Like it's a lot more story driven, and some people like that, and some people don't. But to me, that's what makes a show. Like I love the fight scenes, right? But I think if Daredevil was nothing but fight, you believe it or not, you would eventually bore of it. You'd be like, damn, does he do anything else? Where's the story being told? All he does is just beat folks up. Like even the Punisher, as awesome and as violent as it is, it tells a story. Right? Frank Castle has a story. Even though he's gunning the hell out of people every episode and killing them, there's stories being told there. So you can't lose track of story. And I think that's what really matters to me. And that's why I'm enjoying this particular season of it so much more than, and I love the first one, but I'm enjoying season 2. And I think that 3, from what I've seen, because they're not hiding anything. They're already showing you the Defenders and everything. So the return of Luke Cage, I can't wait for that. You know, because rumor has it they're gonna do the Defenders again.
Yes.
But it's clear that they're back because you've already seen Jessica Jones. She's in season 2, so she's back. They've already mentioned Luke Cage by name. So Iron Fist. So the Defenders are coming back. So I think that's gonna be fantastic when it does drop. That's my.
Hey, somebody get that boy playing Iron Fist. Just. I don't know.
What you got now? What you got against Finn Jones? What you got against him, man?
Do a push-up, Finn. Do a push-up, Finn.
They said Charlie Cox got kind of buff.
What's going on? That's the name I was looking for earlier. I couldn't find it to save my life. Go ahead. You were insulting Finn, so I'm sure to get back to him.
Because the T was he didn't want to work out, and it showed. Like, bro, you Iron Fist.
I mean, he don't look like a crack addict. I mean, he don't. The man clearly is in shape. Like.
I
he don't look like Iron Fist. So.
Thank you, sir. I wanted more.
But has Iron Fist ever really just like looked swole or what? I mean,
not just swole,
but he's cut.
Yeah, cut.
Like his figure in there. I think he's in there. Oh yeah, he kind of. That's a toy bed. Yeah, he was jacked in.
Yeah, man. I ain't saying he gotta be the Incredible Hulk, but just be cut.
So you want him to be?
I need him fit, bruv. I need him fit.
You need him fit, bruv. You need him to be bigger.
Yeah, bruv.
Okay, so we need him to be bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. What did my man say?
The Defenders already recorded their scenes in Daredevil season 3. There is behind the scenes pics.
Yeah, they're not hiding nothing. Which, like I said, man,
I'm telling you, man, they trying to drum up like the viewership is down, and that makes me sad because I mean, I watched all 3 Netflix seasons faithfully. Shoot, man, I think I've been season 2 in like 2 days. I had like gotten my wisdom teeth taken out. And
It's. I mean, it to me. It's good, and the story. And I'm more of a. I won't say that I don't like action, but if I had to pick the two, I want a mix. But if I had to, I want story over action, and that might sound backwards, but I feel like you can only give me so much action, right? Eventually, I'm gonna wonder exactly why the protagonist I'm looking at is doing what he's doing.
It depends, cause like
if Frank Castle never told you why he was doing, they didn't tell you that. You tell me you would still be watching the Punisher. They didn't tell you why that. You want to know why this man is gunning down people.
I do, but hear me out.
Okay.
Cause like in comics, like if it's a non-superhero comic, you can do exposition all day and get wild and go crazy with it. But that when it comes to my superheroes, I need some scraps to